Alright, hello everyone, once again. I'm going to be reviewing one of my own games, and the reason for this one is a little bit aside from the others. The last couple games I reviewed, I felt that these were games that I could learn from, things that I could really pick apart and, it, you know, make my play better from those. Today, I feel like I've got an entirely different issue to work with. Now today, I'm gonna tell you a little bit of a story before we jump into this game. Now today, it's a Monday. I woke up, and I actually woke up right before my alarm. I woke up, yawned, I stretched, and my alarm went off, and I just slapped it and went about my merry way. I got up, and I was ready in a matter of minutes. Got out the door, I was extra early. I managed to catch one bus earlier than I usually do, which allowed me to then go to Tim Hortons, grab myself a wonderful breakfast sandwich and a coffee, get to work on time a few minutes early with my sandwich, get to eat it, and just have an awesome morning. The rest of the day continued on in this fashion. I played Street Fighter at lunch with my friends. I had a fantastic lunch hour, and continued on into the afternoon where I was given some new tasks that kind of broke the mold of what I had been doing for the past couple weeks. So the entire Monday was a completely pleasurable experience. I had a wonderful time today. I actually felt like I had a great Monday. Things felt good. Now, on into the evening, I got home and called my girlfriend, and her and I had a nice talk, and things were, things were really good between us. I went out for dinner with my dad, who was in town visiting. Him and I went out and got a beer and some food. Things were really good. I had a great evening. Then I came home to play Dota, and considering the extensive win streak that I was on from my past couple videos, I probably showed you guys, I was feeling pretty confident. I mean, I dropped a game or two, but, it was time to get back into it and start smacking down the ownage on some noobs. Now, the first two games I played were particularly infuriating for a couple reasons. Now, I'm not going to go into those games. I played 3 games tonight, and I'm going to review the last. But here is where my day turned unfortunate. I played these first 2 games, and both of them I felt I drafted really well. Like, I felt I actually outdrafted the enemy team. We had fantastic teams. Actually, our second game was actually all pick. It was a mistake. Somebody actually checked all pick instead of captain's draft, and we ended up in an all pick game. But our team composition was good, and we played it well. We were really smart about everything we did. So once again, I felt like everything was set up well, but both games were just infuriating. The first game we lost. The second game we won, but both games I just felt so frustrated, and a lot of it was just because of small, frustrating little moments in the game. Like, when you jump in on somebody and you go to kill them and they get away with like 1 HP, and you come back and they're still hanging out in the lane and they've like regen like 200 HP, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna get him. You jump under their tower, and then somebody TPs in and crushes you, and your game just kind of spirals out of your control. And it just felt so bad. And for the first time in a very, very long time, I actually felt like a toxic player. I was like, I'm usually really careful about what I say to my friends, and in Skype, I was still like, I wasn't blaming anybody. I wasn't saying, oh, like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Like, why aren't you helping me? Like, I wasn't saying anything like that, but it was just like, I had such blind rage for the enemy team. Like, these players were clearly outplaying me, and you'll see this in this game that I show you guys here. But, I mean, these guys were clearly outplaying us. They were clearly better than us, and they clearly deserved these wins. However, in the moment, I was just so fucking angry. I just felt like the entire game was out of my control because I made a few blatant mistakes, and they just cost me the game. And so as the game goes on, I'm getting mad, and I try to avoid typing in chat because that never ends up well. No matter what you do, getting in a flame war in chat is just the stupidest thing. So I think I made a couple comments that you might see in the game here, but I didn't go all out. Oh my god, your hero's OP, lol, you guys don't have any skill. Like, I didn't get into any of that, but I was thinking it. I was like, fuck these guys, they're so bad. Like, why are we fucking losing to this? Like, I had this terrible, terrible attitude. And that actually progressed for a while. I actually went outside for a walk. I cooked myself some dinner. I actually had already eaten, but I made myself a snack. I just kind of took a break and I watched a couple videos on YouTube. I watched a couple streams, and I started to come down from that. I started to feel a little bit better about myself, and now I realized, after all of this, that I was being a toxic player and it was affecting my play, which really bugs me. So, considering I've been doing these reviews a little bit more lately, I figured now would be a perfect time to look at myself and in a state of rage and analyze how this has affected my game and look for a solution for next time. Because I'm sure this is a problem that a lot of the community has. I'm sure this is a issue that so many people run into, that I think it would be really good for me to try to break this down. Even if I only come up with some sort of half-assed answer, it's good to be able to look at this from a further away perspective, to be able to look at myself and really break down why I felt things went so awry. So I'll do a little bit of game analysis here and point out my obvious mistakes, but I'm also going to try to get you guys into my head, try to let you know what it was that just drove me to the edge in these games, what absolutely demolished my state of mind and my presence to play professionally and to play well. It, like I said, a lot of things affected that, and most of them were my mistakes. And as I said, I do take it out on the enemy team, because there was actually, I make a couple snide remarks, but for the most part, it was just the case of just pure blind rage because of my own inadequacy. So anyways, let's get into the draft here. Now, I am playing with my usual stack, except for one. We had one guy drop off a little early, and so we had a real name, who was just a random, jump in for us. Now, he was pretty much working as a unit within our team anyways. Right in the draft, I was already asking him what kind of heroes he preferred, what he liked to play, what we could stick him on, what we could trust him with, and we were joking around with him. So, for all intents and purposes, we will consider him part of the 5-stack. He was a random player that got added with us, and I've never spoken with him again, but he was somebody that was just added. So, getting into the draft, I throw out my usual bans. I hate seeing the Bristleback, I hate seeing the Alchemist, so I get rid of those right away. The enemy team goes for some less conventional bans, the Death Prophet and the Weaver, but, I'm thinking, alright, so, whatever, we'll get into it. So, I see the Nature's Prophet right off the bat, and I'm like, fuck, we gotta deal with a Prophet. So, what do? So, like I said, in this game I actually felt my picks were pretty damn good, but we just didn't execute properly. So, anyways, we're looking into the draft here, and I do believe my first two pickups were Clockwork and Timbersaw. So you'll see that in a moment here. And yeah, there's the Clockwork. And the entire idea behind this is both of these heroes are pretty good at dealing with Prophet. Clockwork is a little poor at dealing with Prophet in case, something gets dropped into his cogs, like the trees. If there are treants around, I'm like, it's hard to get a good cogs off. However, if he's split pushing, if he's a little bit further away from his treants, Clockwork is really good at dealing with Prophet. As well, the flares can kind of break down a creep wave as Prophet pushes it up a lane and prevent it from doing mass damage to a tower. So, Timbersaw as well, kind of along the same lines. I figured we put Clockwork mid, we grab Timbersaw for the offlane because both heroes are too strong to pass up with that first pick, or with those first couple picks. And so I'm looking at them thinking they've got some sort of gimmicky draft going on here. They picked a Lycanthrope and a Nature's Prophet. So it's like, alright, well they got summons and they want to push. So Lone Druid seems like a natural ban here. Maybe there could have been something else that I should have banned, but I'm thinking they want to go push, and I'm thinking they want to use summons to do it. So I instantly hit off the Lone Druid. They're getting rid of some just meta bans here, nothing too out of the ordinary. Actually, the Warlock, I don't quite understand that. I wasn't going to pick Warlock. I don't think I've seen anybody pick Warlock in a long time, but anyways, they ban it out. So I got rid of the Pugna as well because I don't want them pushing with that. That's really obnoxious. They already got rid of Death Prophet for themselves, so that's kind of out of the pool. So now I'm looking at this and I think, alright, well we've got two heroes that are decently good at dealing with push. Clockwork not so much, but Timbersaw is really good. He's got Chakram, he's got a lot of burst damage to take care of creeps if left alone, and he's a good teamfight hero. He dominates the lane, Timbersaw is a fantastic pick. We'll do great with this. Clockwork, I was still feeling pretty confident with, but I wasn't entirely sure, especially since it's pretty obvious that this Clockwork is going to be going mid. So I'm still hesitant, but I'm a really good Clockwork player, and I feel really comfortable on the hero, so I figured, you know what, I'll take it, I'll play it mid, things will be good. So now I'm thinking, alright, we need heroes that can anti-push with clear creeps. And so I pick Rubik as my first support, because I'm like, alright, well they've got a couple spells that would be nice, and you know, he's just good at holding off the lanes. As well, Lena, she combos really well with the Rubik, and the fact that you can go TK into Strike, into the Light Strike Array. I don't know why I forgot that. Yeah, Telekinesis into Light Strike Array is a really good combo. Plus you got Dragon Slave, you got a lot of damage there. You can dish out a pretty decent tri-lane out of those two heroes. So they pick up Luna and Vengeful Spirit, and I'm completely baffled by their lanes right now. I have no fucking clue how they're going to lane this. They've got, like I said, they've got a Prophet, they've got a Lycan, they've got a Luna, and a Vengeful Spirit. So what I was assuming at this point was that the Lycan was going to jungle, the Luna Venge was going to be a dual lane, the Prophet was going to be off lane, and then they were going to look for a mid. So that was my train of thought at this point. And, you know, it was kind of, like I said, their draft is still really awkward. I couldn't recall if Lycan can still effectively jungle or not, because he's still kind of a shaky jungle hero. And so, you know, I'm just kind of meh. Like, I'm just trying to think about this. So, as I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, alright, well, we need to get rid of a mid hero, preferably one that can push. And so I got rid of the Puck. I'm not entirely sure that was a fantastic idea, but I figured, you know, Puck Ultimate with the Eclipse, with, you know, Lycan running in and smacking people, it's just not going to be, good. And I don't want to play against Puck. You know, Puck kind of beats Clockwork in the lane. So I just said, you know, fuck it, we'll get rid of it. And, you know, not have to deal with it. So they banned out something else stupid here. I can't remember what they do. Oh, actually, no, they banned Gyrocopter. And Gyrocopter was actually the carry that I was thinking of taking for my team. So they actually banned really smart there. They knew they had a lot of summons, they knew they had a lot of push, and Gyrocopter would have shut that down. So they get rid of that, and now I'm thinking, alright, well, what the fuck do I... What do I pick when my Gyro is gone? I need a carry that can preferably hold up in a strong tri-lane and counter push decently. He doesn't have to counter push amazingly, because I think we've got decent counter push already. So, you know, let's just pick a hero that combos well in our tri-lane, try to win our lanes, because we got pretty decent lanes right now, and especially since I'm thinking that they're going to go dual lane. So I'm thinking we're going to go dual lane. We've got two supports that can operate really aggressively, so you know, the wheels are turning towards an aggressive tri-lane for me. So now I'm trying to think of what hero I can combo up with this, and in hindsight, I think the Lifestealer probably would have been the best choice. Toast is a really good Nakes player, and he would have been able to dodge the magic missile and just beat people down while the TK Light Strike Array goes down. So I think that probably would have been the best pick. However, he doesn't have a lot of counter push to him. I'm still kind of baffled as to what I should have picked here, because they've got, like I said, like they got rid of the Gyrocopter, and I think Gyrocopter is probably the best choice. I'm just trying to like stare at my hero poster to figure out if there's another hero that might have operated better here. But anyways, they pick a Drow Ranger. Now I'm like, just what the fuck? What are their lanes? What is this crap? Like, what am I dealing with here? And like, we were kind of laughing at this too, because Drow's fallen out of flavor. She's pretty freaking bad, to be honest. And I mean, we've got Juggernaut, who's going to be jumping in on her. We have me, who's going to be hook-shotting onto her. We've got Timbersaw, who's, you know, kind of up close and personal at all times. So she's not really going to be that effective, or so we thought. You know, we're just like, fuck, like, what are they going to do with this? So I'm thinking like Drow mid, like, is that what's going on? So that does end up being what happens here. But as I'll speed this up so we avoid some of this dead space here.
10 seconds. 5 seconds.
Oh yeah, their Lycan took forever to pick. Alright, so getting into this game here, I'll skip all the intros because nobody really cares. So I'm set to go mid. I'm asking my teams for tangos, so I get 3 branches and tangos, and I figured, you know, fast bottle and clock will work really well. And they're actually doing a level 1 Roche, and I totally didn't catch on. It should have been like the first thing I thought of, but for some reason it just did cross my mind as something that would happen here. And so Prophet walked up here to do this, and Timbersaw walked down to check the rune, and as he did, he walked right into their team, and we were like, oh, fuck. Like, shit, they're doing Roche, guys. And so my entire team comes down here, and now we're ready to fight this, and, you know, we want to stop him. We get a brilliant 4-man stun, we get in there, and the Juggernaut starts spinning, and he dishes out the damage like nobody's business. Finishes off the Prophet. Prophet dies. Lycan's in the back lines trying to do something, but he ain't got nothing here. Couple of auto attacks and he drops. We're trying to finish off Roche so we can pick it up, and I tried to grab it, but Luna grabbed it quicker. But Rubik got himself a triple kill while all of that was going down, and we managed to finish off the Luna with the Aegis. So we're chasing down this Vengeful. I decided, fuck it, we'll turn around. Luna's a better target. I mean, I'm already level 3 at this point. So we pick up the Luna, free kill. So 4-1 in that engagement, and we were all there for Roche experience. I mean, I don't think we got the gold. Oh, Roshan was killed by the Dire, so we did get the gold for Roshan, which gave us all of that bonus. And then they snatched the Aegis. Okay, so now we get into the game, and I'm actually feeling really good at this point. Fuck yeah, we're gonna have a good game tonight. Like I said, the last couple games are pretty rage-inducing, and I'm a full level up on this Drow, and so you'll see it in a moment. Like, I'm waiting back to get my bottle, but I play really aggressive with her because I want to just shove her out of this lane, piss her off, because normally I shouldn't dominate this lane. I should not in any degree, but I'm just trying to really hold on to the advantage that I have and just try to get in her face, because if I can just cog her in and battery assault her once, she'll be dead. And if I get that advantage early on with the advantage that I already have, it's going to be brilliant. So you can see there, I even tried to like walk under, and I was contemplating like running under that tower, but I didn't. I kept my cool, avoided that, and now I've got full Roche control. Rune control. This ward here actually doesn't spot this rune. It was blocked by the trees. It was placed a little poorly, so I'm not able to see either of the runes. So I just guessed on that first one and managed to grab myself a DD, which was really good. But all this time, you know, Drow's still being a little bit of a pain in my ass, but I'm still waiting for that moment where I can run up and just cog her, because it's like right there, actually, I should have done it. I did feel bad about that once I saw that opportunity in game, but, you know, like I said, I'm still just looking for my opening, because I want to fucking take her. I want her dead.
Incoming!
So anyways, I'm still playing aggressive. I'm still sitting on top of her high ground, keeping the wave pushed up and throwing out the rocket flares whenever I can. And she gets a little too far forward, and I start running towards her, and I'm like, fuck, bitch, let's go. And I popped off the battery assault here, and I thought she was close enough for the cog. Didn't manage to get it, and ended up copping a lot of damage there, but I mean, it's not a big deal. I got a full bottle, and she's only got a stack of tangos. So, actually, she comes up here. Yeah, she walks up the high ground, and I've got the double damage activated, so I just chase her down and I kill her. So, actually, there we go. So I got my advantage. I'm 202 at 3 minutes into the game. I've got full rune control, and I'm feeling really fucking good now. Like I said, I'm feeling pretty invincible. Things are looking good. So, speed this up a little bit. She comes back in the lane. I didn't realize she TP'd. Actually, yeah, I did. I back up. I was hoping there would be a rune up, but I hadn't looked at the timer, so I'm still kind of stuck here for another moment or so. So I'm actually looking for a hook now, because I'm level 6. She is still level 4. So if I can manage to just like land that hook, perfect. Like, I threw that back, but I was like, she's under the tower. I want to get my rune, so pick up my rune, and I'm like talking to the offlaner. I'm like, dude, let's go. Like, the Timbersaw was the random guy, so I'm like, dude, let's go. Catch these guys. And so I managed to get 2 of them into cogs, and he is like right there waiting, ready to go. And I managed to get some lucky battery assault procs, which saved my life. She lucent beams me, and does end up getting finished off by the Dire. So I start walking back. Prophet is waiting for me. I'm like, oh fuck. So I bottle up between all of his auto attacks, and it's enough to save me. And so I survive and walk back to base. And so, like I said, I'm feeling on fire. 204, less than 5 minutes into the game. and I dodged that Prophet Gank. So I'm
Radiant's
laughing,
top tower is
honestly.
under
Like, at that
attack.
point, I was actually pinging this Prophet on the map. I was like, look at this fucking guy. Look at this guy. Like, he thinks he can gank me. Like, fucking, like, just having the time of my life. And so
Radiant's
things are
top
actually starting to
tower
feel
is
like a
under
turning point.
attack.
Like I said, like I picked a hero that I was really good at because I wanted to win a game. Fuck, let's go, right? And things looking good. I'm looking for this Drow again, because
Radiant's
once again,
top
I want
tower
to push
is
that
under
advantage
attack.
that I have. I'm still a level above her, so if I can just get in on her, get a good cogs, she's fucking toast, right? So she's playing this really well. She's staying back. She's keeping away from me. Like I said, she did go a little bit too aggressive when I was low health there. Got a little bit too greedy and got caught out, but that was mostly the fault of the double damage rune, not the fault of her decision making. Well, I mean, a little bit of both there, but anyways, so we get a kill on Lycan up on the top lane, so things are looking really good. We're looking towards the Luna. We get another kill on her, finish her off. So like I said, this game looking fucking in the bag. We stopped their level 1 Roche. We stole the Roche. We got all the gold. We're just laughing at them. 9-1, 9-1, 6 minutes into the game. So now you're thinking, all right, well, how the fuck did you fuck this up? Well, I'll tell you how. Like I said, in my rage from earlier, I was playing overly aggressive. And that was more because I just wanted to kind of like validate myself as a player. I was like, you know what? I had such a fucking shitty game before. You know, I'm just going to go on a tear. I'm going to get kills. I'm going to rock this house. I'm just going to destroy everybody. And, you know, I was actually feeling it right off the start. I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go, buddy, right? And, I mean, you can see in my play, like, I'm playing a lot more aggressive than any Clockwork should be against a Drow. And I took a lot of hits. And the only reason I was able to get away with it was because we had, because she didn't have a bottle, so she didn't care about runes. So I got every single rune that there was to get, and that was really all there was to it. So, anyways, let's skip past a little bit of the boring part here.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I'm going down to gank bottom, and I throw a flare into their jungle. I'm looking for him, and this, like, oh, he just juked me. I didn't actually see him there, but I'm like, hey, you know what? Luna's here. Let's fucking kill her. So I walk up behind her. She tries to juke into the trees. I don't know what she's doing. I hook in. I grab her. She's dead in a matter of moments. So we've killed their carry 3 times now. This Luna is 4 times. She is 0, 4, and 1. This Luna is having a terrible fucking time. And so, like I said, I'm still feeling really damn good. 3-0-4, 7 minutes into the game. I have contributed to a kill every single minute of this game. We get a top tier 1. 11-1 top tier 1 is ours. Fuck yeah, what a game. Anyways, continuing on. And our team gets a little overzealous here. Yeah, I think we actually get caught out trying to chase down this Jug, and the Prophet TP and does manage to pick him off. These guys get away with like fucking no health on anybody. If we had a Zeus, he'd have 5 kills right now. And actually, at that moment, I had disconnected in mid. Oh, did I die? Holy fuck, I died for that. I told my team to pause and they didn't pause.
Middle tower is under
God
attack.
damn it.
Radiant's
I didn't realize I died
there.
there.
Under attack.
Well, that's fucking balls. Yeah, my graphics card has issues when I play Dota. Not when I watch it or spectate it for some reason, but like it overheats and the graphics drivers crash. And it's a pretty old card. I'm replacing it very soon, but yeah. So occasionally Dota will just like minimize and just go like fucking. It does this really weird thing. Like it kind of minimizes and just disappears, and I have to reboot the program to be able to see anything again. So anyways, I disconnect and my team doesn't pause because what the fuck, guys? I told you to pause. Anyways, I reconnect really quick. There's a fast reconnect. They do. They grab Drow. I was not aware for that. So yeah, I get back in game. I am actually here right now. Not sure what I'm doing. Oh yeah, it says you reconnect a few seconds before. I'm probably still loading in. Yeah, so I get back in the game. I TP mid. I thought I was fine there because I didn't realize Drow jumped on me when I disconnected. What a fucking unsportsmanlike bitch. Yeah, so there's that rage coming back again. I feel I'm justified in making that comment. Don't kill someone if they DC and they're just standing there. Anyway, so now I'm 3-1-4, but I'm back in the game, and like I said, I'm still feeling confident. I'm still feeling cocky. I want to go for it. So here is giant mistake number 1. I start venturing in towards their bottom lane because I want to kill Luna again. But I figure, you know, they got 2 people who like to abuse the jungle. And so I hook in here and I see the Prophet, and I'm just like trying to chase him down. Like I was just trying to get him away from his treant so I could cog him. But he just plays fucking Ring Around the Rosie with me until his teammates can support him. And this was just a huge mistake. And I got myself killed because like I should have just gone for the lead. I should have ignored him. I should have just hooked straight down there. But meanwhile, Drow is getting herself killed galore. She's 3-3-2. Still not as good off as me, but she's doing all right for herself. And our team has gotten a little bit too aggressive on the top lane, gone a little bit too far forward, and things just kind of got out of control. Anyways, Luna top, just gonna grab that regen rune. So anyways, now like I said, I'm back. I'm feeling a little bit better, looking towards where I want to go to help contribute. I TP up to top because I'm like, hey, maybe we can find the Lycan who was just there. Oh no, wait, no, I teleport mid. That was the Rubik. Yeah, now I'm looking for Luna, and we find her, and I cog her in. She gets an Eclipse, a really unlucky Eclipse, and a lot of creeps, and she drops on the So I kill her. I'm still feeling good. Like I said, I had one mistake there. I had a blunder, but that's all right. Anyways, and now is where things really start to take a turn. You'll notice I am level 9, and I have 25 heals, half that of the enemy mid laner, which I kind of expected. Drow is just kind of, she was just farming the lane while I was ganking, I was doing other stuff, so I feel the trade-off was good. Anyway, okay, so I need to explain this decision here. Pass the Luna, blah blah blah. Anyway, so now I hook around to this, down to the bottom rune to check that, realize it's not there, and I know they're pushing. So I go back and I hook into the trees here. Now, meanwhile, while this is going on, I'm telling my teams, I'm like, okay, they're pushing, we need to defend this. This tower is, it's almost there, we can defend, we've got fortify. And I'm like, I'm gonna hook into this. Is anybody here? And our Juggernaut's like, fuck yeah, do it. Right? Like, he's ready. He told me, go for it. And so I hook in, I grab 2 of them. Beautiful cogs, look at this. I grab 2 of them, push the creeps out. Fucking astonishing. He comes in from behind. There is no TP support from my team. And so Spin comes out. We manage to get a kill, but we lose the tower. And Juggernaut runs away from Drow. Not something she can do. She picks herself up. 2 kills there. And did she get a 3rd? Oh yeah, Timbersaw just got that kill. And then he falls to the moon as well. So their entire team, once again, like freaking 2 HP. Look at this. Like I said, if we had a Zeus on our team, he would have had another pentakill here. And so Drow now sitting on a pile of gold, 3,000 gold, 5 kills up, and they are pushing pretty well. They knocked down a tower, and their team is actually. I really want to see these graphs. Okay, so just swung back in their favor. Nothing too unexpected, and gold is pretty much the same. So we have just lost our early game advantage. All those kills we handed off in the top lane here, trying to push this greedily, and all of my deaths that I got in mid, trying to defend this tower, have now amounted to them having a lead. And this was where I was starting to get mad. Like, I'm like, we can't be fucking losing this. Like, I'm like, we started off this game so goddamn well. How the fuck are we losing this? Like, there is no way I'm gonna lose to a fucking Drow Ranger in a captain's mode game. Like, this is just fucking stupid. Like, I'm actually like mad at this point because
Radiant's middle tower is
under attack. And oh my god, she juked me through fog so fucking hard. I was looking for this Vengeful for so long, and it's just Jesus. So, anyways, they beat us out again, and like I said, at this point, my frame of mind not too great. I'm still feeling like I should be the best. I should be on fire. I should be like hooking in, getting kills on 2 or 3 people. Don't give a fuck, right? Like you see this right here. I see 2 of them there. I hook in. I try to get the Prophet, but he was too far back, and I ended up in the middle of 3 people and got myself killed. So once again, I was kind of feeling that invincibility. Like I wasn't feeling like I was on equal footing or that I should be playing safe because we had such a good early game. And I was just so pissed off in the games earlier. Like I said, I was just in a bad frame of mind to be playing Dota because I was pissed off and wanted a cheap win. I just wanted to fucking rock the house. I wanted to go like anti-mage where you farm for 30 minutes and then show up with 6 slots and you just get like 14 kills in the span of 2 minutes. And like that was the kind of game that I wanted to have. And I mean, that's the kind of game that a lot of people want to have all the time. And I think that's actually what contributes to a lot of the toxicity in the community, because you get a lot of people who kind of feel like they deserve to have that best game of their lives and like every single game. They don't realize the slow burn process that is, you know, learning to play Dota. They don't realize that you win some, you lose some. They just want that cheap win every time, which is why a lot of people go, oh, mid please, because they feel that going mid is their ticket to that victory. So like I said, I'm still in that frame of mind where I'm like, I'm fucking invincible, but I really shouldn't be. I'm so underleveled because I spent so much time ganking, and I lost so many deaths at crucial parts of the game. Look at this, I'm level 9. Where's their Drow Ranger? Drow Ranger, she's level 13. So the mid laner, who had lost 3 kills to me within the first 5 minutes of the game, now has a 4 level advantage on me. And a lot of this was just because of terrible plays. I made terrible decisions with my hooks. I went in on a lot of things that I shouldn't have been able to go in on. And now at this point, I'm starting to recognize this. I'm like, fucking, like, I'm like, shit, I am behind on XP. I don't have any items because of that, you know, disconnect, and I lost a lot of XP, and I lost a lot of gold at a crucial time where I should have been coming up on my mid-game items. So now I just finally get drums, 15 minutes in, which isn't a terrible time, but it's pretty bad. So I've got my drums. I'm feeling a little bit better at this point because I've recognized the problem. I said, you know what, I'm so underleveled, I can't keep hooking into this shit. You know, so I'm gonna try to stick in a lane. But at the same time, I'm really scared to go anywhere because their team is kind of just one of those come out of nowhere. Actually, I saw this Prophet TPing and I was like, fuck, I can kill this guy, right? And actually, this was a decent call on my part, but Prophet had the TP. If he didn't have the TP, I would have killed him for sure. Or if he didn't have the Shadow Blade, I would have killed him. But you kind of can't know when that's going to come out. First time you get a Shadow Blade, it'll always help. So, you know, as I sit and spawn for a while here because I'm waiting to get a stack of dust, because I don't want that Prophet getting away from me again. Anyways, like I said, at this point, we're still pretty even on kills. We're still even on towers. Yeah, we're still even on towers. And XP and gold are both in the enemy team's favor, though, because they've been taking the favorable fights. Gotten a couple kills from the grave. We've gotten a lot of kills where people were bunched up, so the XP got shared unfavorably. Actually, no, we got a bunch of solo kills, so that EXP was only shared some. But, yeah, so this is actually starting to piss me off, because I come to a lane to clear it, and then 2 other people would show up and help me clear it. I'm like, guys, I gotta fucking get my XP, right? Like I'm still level 9. Drow's been farming like crazy. What is she now? Level 15? 14. Drow's level 14, I'm still level 9. And, I mean, Drow might not be the best baseline because she's kind of a hard carry character, but, I mean, they're support Venge, they're like dual lane Luna, level 9, Prophet's level 11, Lycan, level 10, so I'm definitely way behind the curve. Especially for a mid lane. Anyway, so now we're kind of in a scrambling mode. We were really relying on the strength of our early game, and we had a lot of strength in our early game. We were working for that really tough, but we just kind of didn't have it. And you know, you'll see as this starts to come into play later on. Like, they do have a better late game team, but that shouldn't have mattered this close on. There was going in on this, and I hooked into him. It popped off the dust, but Prophet just barely dodged that. I thought that was going to be like play of the day there, and I actually get Luna into cogs by herself, but just didn't have the support, and I didn't have the life to even stick inside of that. We do manage to kill Luna there because of it, but I just did not have the life to make anything of it. Like I said, I exploded really fucking quickly there. Here he comes in from behind, looking for a kill on that Prophet, but Prophet's being a sneaky pig as always. He runs away, and we got nothing there. So, meanwhile, Lycan is soloing Roche because Lycan, fuck you, gets himself some pair of wolves. So we're just, like I said, things are just starting to come apart at the seams. There has come this point in this game where the enemy team has accumulated the items that they need to really start putting the hurt on it. And as I said, I mean, I would just let the game go. Look at this, 34 last hits to Drow's 90. I mean, she'll always outlast hit me in lane, but by a margin of 63, that is just not acceptable. So we have a couple bad plays like this, like, dude, like, there's no reason to come out of these trees, and he just walks out and gets one-shotted, like, just little things like that. And I was mostly guilty of this because, like I said, this entire game I felt like I should have been the playmaker, and I was trying to make plays in places where I had no right.
Dyer's structures are fortified.
So, anyways, our Jug's a little bit underfarmed at this point because we spent a lot of time. And once again, this is a moment where I was like, alright, can we go into this? Can we go into this? Like, I've got a good hookshot line, or do we have people ready? And our Jug's like, yeah, do it. I got Omni Slash. And then we get in there and we've got no health. They explode us. They take nothing from our damage. And they're just abusing the hell out of us, right? So now we're just having a really rough time. We get swapped out, and Rax are going. So our team is calling us. We're like, fucking G.
Dyer's bottom
Right?
tower
I'm
is
so
under
mad.
attack.
Like I was so fucking close to whipping my mouse across the room at this point because it's just like it was just so infuriating to have
Dyer's
such
middle
a
tower
good
is
early
under
game
attack.
after having such shitty
Dyer's
games
middle
earlier,
tower has fallen.
and then have this shit happen. Like, especially
Dyer's
this
middle barracks are
fucking
under
taking
attack.
Rax and she goes GG, and it
Dyer's
probably
middle
was
barracks
GG,
has fallen.
but like fuck off. You don't call GG first. It's a courtesy that the other team grants you when they lose. And you can be nice and say it afterwards, you can shake hands, but oh, this one drove me nuts too. Lycan's running away. I have hookshot off cooldown in a second. I'm like, alright, wait for the line, wait for the line. I throw the lines perfect, but it was too short because I was under level. Half a level more, if I had level 2 hookshot, would have got a kill on like just fucking one thing like that after the other, after the other, after the other. Made this one of the most infuriating games I've played in a long time. And like I said, like I just played so well to begin with, and I just thought I was invincible, and I wasn't. And like I said, I think this really contributes to toxicity because, like at this time, I mean, Drow was a bit of a dick typing in GG well played as they were knocking down Rax, because the game's still not over, right? But at the same time, I mean, the rest of their team did nothing, and I'm fucking raging at them. Like, the second I get killed, I'm like, the second I get a kill, I'm like, fuck yeah, you fucking take that. Like, fuck you, you deserve to die. Like, just fucking off my rocker. And I had no right to be like that. I really didn't, but it was just how I was feeling, like I said. Just so many combinations and so much bullshit just makes for such an aggravating time. And I now kind of understand the mindset of players who, you know, like openly flame people and try to play the blame game, because, you know, when you're having such a shitty game, it's you know, it's hard to really say that you were the problem, especially when you invest so much into Dota. I mean, everybody who's playing with me in any of these games has probably got over 1,000 games of it. I mean, that's roughly where I am. I'm at about 1,100 games played right now. And so most players that I see will have a similar, will have somewhat similar amount of games played. So in saying that, I now have to acknowledge that every single person that I play with has probably invested a lot of time into Dota. This is a game they love, that they enjoy playing, and that they will, you know, continue to play regardless of almost any circumstance. And so now, you know, to see this, to you know, to play so poorly, it is really rough not to be angry at the enemy team, not to be angry at your teammates, not to be angry at the hero balance or the design. But you know, it's one of those points where you just got to take a step back and look at yourself and realize that, you know, there was just a lot that you could have done differently. And you know, I disconnected without a GG here. Like, I always say GG well played. In this game, I was just like, fuck that. Like, I'm just not up for that. And, you know, it made me realize after I had taken a break that, you know, I was being a dick and it was affecting my play. And, you know, that mindset that I got into at that point where I was just so dead set on dominating the game, I forgot to play like a team player. I wasn't making calls for my team. I wasn't asking for wards in the right places. I wasn't teleporting to support them. Like, I don't think I made contact with fucking Rubik for, you know, 3/4 of that game. Like, we just weren't playing as a team unit, And that was mostly because me, as the usual captain of our team, was just out of the correct mindset, and we had a really sloppy game as a result. We let their Drow Ranger farm like crazy, and I mean, as you saw, she was just built to hell, and she was 2 and 3 shotting our supports. Things were just kind of ugly. So, I mean, key points to take away from that game were, you know, a cocky and unfriendly attitude makes for terrible play, and really just need to take a step back, because your decision making will never be perfect when you're angry. And you know, I realize this more and more as I play Dota, and you know, it's kind of a catch-22, because I get into that mood and I realize that I'm in that mood. And I'm like, okay, you gotta fucking put your game face on, you know, play proper, play good, you know, you gotta play well. And I kind of like put it on myself to prove that I'm not angry. And I do shit like I did in that game, where I'll jump into a situation and I'm like, yeah, I'll be a hero, and if I can just get these couple kills, like if I just get lucky, and I just like, if they fuck up a little bit, I just take this, you know, I will look like a fucking genius. And that's what I need right now. I need that confidence boost. But you know, it really comes down to the fact that, you know, my rational thought was clouded by my attitude. And if I had taken a step back in that game, if I had thought about how to break that game down, who we needed to gank, which was the Drow Ranger, how we needed to maneuver, how we needed to work as a 5, how we needed to ward, how we needed to smoke gank, the outcome would have been a lot different, especially considering the fact that we were like 14-1 or something like that. I can't remember the exact score at that point, but there was a point where they had 1 kill, which was that one on Timbersaw at the beginning, and we were just taking off. We were like 9-1, 12-1, like it was just ridiculous. So that was a game that we should have won, but we lost because of my attitude. So, you know, I hope there's something that everybody else can take away from this, because you know, I feel you. I understand you. Like I said, as I was watching that game, you even heard me swearing like a couple times. Like I was, like when that Drow said GG well played, I was like, fuck you. Like that was the attitude that I was getting, and where it was just so irritating to watch myself play so poorly and just scrambling to try to make it up, and just not realizing that, you know, I could do other things to fix it. So once again, I hope you guys had something that you can take away from this, something that can contribute to you becoming a better Dota player. And you know, I'll try to upload more of these review videos in the future. Let me know in the comments below, if you're watching this, whether you prefer to see analysis games like this, or whether you would prefer other types of content, such as games, such as league games, such as just, you know, personal streams, etc. Because I'm trying to experiment with content to see what gets a reaction. And I'm really enjoying doing the self-analysis series, because it helps me become a better Dota player, and it helps me understand my own game a lot better. So if you'd like that, I can keep doing this, or I can go back to casting pub games as I did before. Let me know in the comments if you're watching. But thanks guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys again next time. Be sure to tune in on Tuesdays and Thursdays, which will be today when this video is viewed for the first time. I will be casting the Amateur Dota 2 League as well. This Saturday, I just picked up a tournament called the Tactic Hive Dota 2 Alpha Cup. It will be running all weekend, and it's just a elimination best of 1, and the finals are going to be played on Sunday. It is going to be played before the Super Bowl, so don't worry about that. Be sure to tune into my stream and check that out. The link will be down below in the description. Thanks guys again for watching. I know this goodbye has dragged on a little bit, but I assure you it is coming to an end. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you guys again next time.